presentation party coming out onto the pitch.
So there is that missing component, the Championship trophy. Originally the trophy presented to the team that won the Scottish Football League back in the day, if you'll remember. Now presented to the winners of Scotland's second tier. You see Gordon Scott, club chairman, just making his way onto the park.
And this must mean for Gordon and the board, it must be a kind of a validation of their decision. It couldn't have been an easy one to let Alec Ray go last year and bring Jack in, but obviously they're seeing the fruits of their labours now. I remember talking to Gordon not long after the change, and I was saying, look, if the worst came to the worst, we're relegated. He said, Jack will still be with us. We've told him that no matter what happens. So, I mean, I think even the faith that they've placed in Jack Ross, and he's obviously kind of thought he knows the board are backing him all the way.
Ladbrokes Championship champions, St Mirren.
Here come the Flames again. It's a shame to see him go off so early in the game today.
John Sutton getting a really good cheer from the crowd here, didn't he? He's not featured much this year.
Players now starting to receive their medals. And it's good to see those as well who have been sent out on loan during the course of the season also getting their chance to play the part in the celebrations. A great ovation for this season's top scorer, Gavin Riley. Alan Eckersley missing out through injury today, as he will next week as well, but he has made such a huge contribution this season. Listen to this. No one cheered for Jimbo. Okay, listen to this.
It's the one only, Mr. Jack Ross.
Great cheer for Jack going up there.
Arsenal, keep your hands off. We're going to hear from the manager. We'll speak to the fans before the presentation continues.
Stood on this pitch this time last year and promised that it was only the start. And thankfully, I have a group of players and staff who go into that. And I'm just going to say that to them, that my gratitude to them will be there forever, because of what they have done. A lot of the unseen work you don't see, not on a match day, has been terrific, outstanding. And I'm so happy that they've got the deserved awards. And then beyond that, you guys, you bought into what we tried to do last year, stayed with us, and almost the ball arms. You came, you backed us, and you bought into that again this season. And the other thing I said to the players in there was that when they walk out here, as you just did, when they go on the lap of honour, take the time, enjoy it, soak it up. Don't happen that often. I know there's plenty of fans in here that will be lucky enough to see this club win silverware over the decade, but there'll be some that this is the first time. Enjoy it as well, because we're on our way.
Don't think anybody could have put it better than the manager just did. Here comes the captain.
He's handed down his knees for appreciation of what McGinn's done for us.
There's a time to worship new heroes. Heroes like Stephen McGinn, Jack Ross, Lewis Morgan, Gavin Riley, and all of the team. And we've got him for another 2 years as well.
Yeah, I think his experience is going to be invaluable to us next year. We'll just get ready for the presentation here.
St Mirren Football Club is on its way back to the top flight. St Mirren champions!
Yes! As the confetti cannons go off, the players bounce up and down on that podium. And what a fantastic day it is here at the 2021 stadium. As the cry Championes goes up from the fans. As I've said before, and other teams have found out, this is such a tough league to get out of, isn't it? But the team have done everything asked of them this session. And songs go up. Also just have the photos taken to come down, getting ready to do a lap of honour.
I bet the ground staff will love seeing all that confetti just lying there in the grass.
Well, the only thing the ground staff hating about a championship win, isn't it? Time now for the photo op as well. Are promoted back to the Premiership. An incredible season this season. St Mirren fans' dreams at times as well.
I mean, so I remember the night we were relegated, and it was just such a gut-wrenching feeling. And the first game I came to in the Championship was the away game against Morton. And Thompson, big Stephen Thompson, was a perfect legit goal, axed for no obvious reason. I remember at the time thinking, yeah, this isn't going to be as easy as we thought it might.
That, and you had Hibs and Rangers in the division at the time,
Yeah.
who themselves found it hard to get out of.
Yeah, I mean, it was really, as I say, teams like, Hibs, Rangers, been down there for quite a while, and discovered it's not an easy get out.
And I have to say as well, I've seen some people on social media, to be fair, saying this has been the weakest championship for years, simply because the bigger teams haven't been in it. Well, these people clearly haven't been watching the championship this season, because there is a high standard in this division. It's still incredibly difficult to get out of this division, as Dundee United have proved.
There were 8 teams at the start of this season that realistically had aims of finishing in the top 4. So 4 of them were obviously going to be disappointed. The other 2, Dumbarton and Brecon, weirdly have finished 9th and 10th. Dumbarton usually kind of push themselves higher. This could be the season that Dumbarton see themselves getting relegated, because Raith Rovers and Ayr United have done really, really well in League One. I haven't seen any of the results today. Don't know if Raith couldn't win it today, but Ayr could have if Raith Rovers lost.
And of course they're both full-time teams as well,
exactly.
Stephen, you know,
and
that's...
it's a big advantage to have when you go and play the likes of Dumbarton and that. But fair credit to Dumbarton, they've done fantastic over the last few years.
You can see some of the players bring their kids and staff bring their kids onto the pitch. And the players just enjoying literally their moment in the sun here.
It really has been an incredible season, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's just, you know, in some ways it's like you don't want it to end in that sense.
And there's so much to look forward to as well next season. Celtic, Rangers, Hearts, Hibs, Aberdeen will all be here again.
It's also worth pointing out that St Mirren 75 points now. That's 4 more than Hibs got last season.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
And interestingly, Hibs still had a very good home record last season as well. A better home record, I think, than Saints have got this season.
Yeah.
But Hibs' home record last season was actually worse than the one they had the year before, and when they didn't win the title. And it emphasises just how difficult this league is.
The players coming in with their winners' medals on, and that's something they will cherish for the rest of their lives. You know, let's be honest, most players do not win anything, you know, in terms of footballing careers, you know. So to have something to show is really something for these players.
I haven't seen anyone do a Jose Mourinho and throw their medal into the crowd. Great shots from on the park for you there.
We have a roving cameraman down there today. A really nice addition to St Mirren TV.
That's for you to get up close and personal with these celebrations.
You know, some of the players almost feel like they're in a state of shock. It's like, we've actually done it, you know.
Chance now for the players to go over to that North Bank section in W7, where the atmosphere really has emanated from for most of this season.
Some of the players picking up flags and scarves that have been thrown onto the pitch there.
I believe we're going to get the opportunity to hear some of the post-match interviews as well. James Hunter just walking over, so hopefully we'll be able to bring you that in just a second. Look at that, oh, that's a great image.
Yeah, fantastic.
Just shows you that the bond has been between fans and players in the last 18 months.
Players just posing for pictures in front of the West 7 crowd there.
Memories that will stay with these St Mirren fans for the rest of their lives, being created here today and have been created throughout the season.
Chief exec Tony Fitzpatrick out going round to the players just now as well. As the players work their way down the west stand here.
You see the bottom left of your screen, Craig Sampson, what an unbelievable season he has had.
Oh, I'm sure when he came back to the club at the start of the season, he couldn't have imagined how this would pan out.
Another lovely image there as well with John Sutton with his family getting to take in the moment. It's not been his most productive season by any stretch, but I don't think he'll bother too much because the title has been won and he's been able to be a part of this once again. Gary Irvine as well, just like John Sutton, who looks like will depart the club at the end of the season with their contracts coming to an end. Still have to wait to see if Harry Davis will sign a new contract. When he signed up last summer, it was only for the season.
Mons media manager James Hunter getting his picture taken. Jack Moss is over now in front of the West Stand. Some of the coaching staff as well.
Danny Mullen has played such a big part in the second half of the season and helping Saints to win the title, and he was able to get himself on the score sheet today, opening the scoring in the derby and taking his goal very well too. Looks like we're not too far away from getting an interview for you with James down on the pitch. Gordon Scott and Tony Fitzpatrick having their photograph taken with the trophy. Images like that I'm sure that will be displayed in the boardroom soon enough.
And you know, for Tony, who in so many respects is Mr St Mirren, we know what this club means to him, what he means to the club. I'm sure this must just be a fantastic feeling for him. Jamie Lanky just getting the trophy to run down towards the family stand with it.
Let's go to James Hunter now.
Yeah, to score the win on a derby is special no matter what the occasion, but to do it on a day like this makes it that wee bit more so, and you can see what it means to all the fans and the players here, and it's going to be a brilliant night as well.
How does it feel to finally get your hands on that trophy?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but we knew we were going to have to wait for it, and to get it done in that style is brilliant, and to lift it after a derby win makes it brilliant.
You've really set out what you wanted to achieve. You said you wanted to stay on until the end of the season. We knew all about what was going to happen with your future, but you wanted to stay on here, help the club win the title, and you've done that.
Yeah, I knew there was something really special going on here, as I said, and to be able to play my part in winning the league and getting it over the line means a lot to me, and now I can hopefully go on, and this won't be my first medal that I win, hopefully.
How did it feel when you came off late in the game to the standing ovation?
Yeah, it's brilliant. The fans by and large have been brilliant with me, and to get that sort of reception and ovation from them was brilliant in my last game.
Lewis, well done today.
Cheers, thanks very much. Cheers.
Just going to do a shot in front of the goal.
James Hunter there with 18-goal Lewis Morgan, who won it today for Saints. What an incredible season he has had. And what a send-off he's had today as well. A really special moment
The players with the
for Morgie.
championship winner t-shirts on just over behind that hoarding there, getting ready to have their photos taken. And these will be, listen, I think I'll be buying every Sunday paper on the go tomorrow just to get those pictures in the match report. Notice one of our colleagues, Mary Ann, who's doing the graphics today, has a Championship Winners 2018 t-shirt on as well.
They're flying off the shelves like hotcakes, I'm sure. The party starting to wind down now as that photo with the trophy is taken. And before we do go, it is worth again saying thank you very much for being a part of St Mirren TV this season and tuning in throughout the course of what has been an incredible journey, not just over this season but the last 18 months as Saints secured their championship survival. And now here we are, Saints closing out the season as champions, clear, deserved champions of this division, heading back to the Premiership for 2018-19.
What are you most looking forward to about next season?
Do you know, I'm looking forward to the first home game, because then it will be real, will actually be there. I don't care who it's against, you know, just that first
Ross
home
County.
game. Ross County. Jason Naismith returns.
We've got a couple of months to wait for the fixtures to come out. Around mid-June we expect them from the SPFL.
Of the bottom six at the moment, who are you not fussed about? One of them has to come down.
It's really difficult. I mean, in some ways I kind of admire Ross County for the way they're stuck in there. You know, people have written them off so many times, they're still there. Thistle, a lot of people have a soft spot for Thistle. My son-in-law's a Thistle fan, so I feel kind of bad if they go down. It'd be nice to actually be able to go to a game with them and see them play each other. So it's hard to tell. Hamilton, I might not be too fussed about Hamilton coming down, to be honest.
Well, there is so much to look forward to this next season.
Back to Celtic Park, back to Ibrox, Easter Road, Tynecastle.
Yep. And you know, those are the games, isn't it? You want to go up and test yourself against the big teams in that sense.
And in Jack Ross, you've probably got one of, if he's not in the top three, he's the number one manager in the SPFL.
Oh, yeah. He has to be, because we keep going on about, you can't say enough about what he has done for this club and how he's turned it around, and more importantly how he got players to buy in, because we know he got rid of a lot of players last January, but he still kept quite a few as well, and he had to turn it. People like Gary Irvin, you know, who hadn't been having a great season, who just suddenly just seemed to click, and he bought into, you know, Jack's story and the beliefs and everything, and that's been really important.
I believe we're going to get another interview from James Hunter now as well. Let's go back down to the pitch.
Adam, how does that feel?
Feels great. Feels really good. It's been a long time since we all came together in January. It's been a long road. Now it's complete. We've got our medal to prove it, and it feels great.
Especially, like you say, since you came in last January, the journey this club has been on has been incredible. Yeah. Given what you went through last season, it must maybe make this wee bit special.
Yeah, definitely. Really special. You know, everyone writ us off last year. Nobody thought we could stay up, and then to go on this year and to actually win the league by a mile really is all credit to the players and the staff and everybody involved at the club. It's a real team effort, and yeah, it's so good for everybody.
Not involved in the team today, but how did it feel, do you think, generally for us to end the season at home with a derby win?
Obviously I'm upset that I couldn't play today. I wanted to play today, but you know, I've played my part this year, played a lot of games. Now it's time for a little break, get some rest in the legs, and you know, ready for pre-season. You know, fantastic. This has been like a fortress, this place this year, and you know, it's not been easy for any teams to come here and take points off us, and we've proved again today how resilient we are, and we can come back from, you know, we can go up 1-0 and then 1-1 and then back to 2-1 again. So you know, we're a really resilient team and very difficult to beat at home, so it's great.
Like you've said, this place has almost been like a fortress. 14 wins out of 18 in the league, that's an incredible record.
It's really good, and when you're putting up numbers like that, you know, you're bound to be fighting at the top end of the table, and that's what we've done, and we've gone and won it, like I say, by a country mile, so all credit to everyone involved at the club.
Just finally, you must be really looking forward to next season.
Really looking forward to it. Feels to me like you know, I've got a chance to prove myself again and taking the step up. And that's what I want to do. I also want to keep pushing myself and see what happens next year. I'm looking forward to it.
Adam, well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers, buddy.
So James Hunter with Adam Eckersley there, who sadly missed out today, but what a fantastic season he has had in defence. Played such a pivotal role in Saints winning the title. Well, that is just about going to do it for us here this afternoon and for this season here on St Mirren TV. It has been a roller coaster this season, but it is one that is finished with St Mirren as champions, winners of the Ladbrokes Championship, and heading back to the Premiership for next season. So, from the entire team, from Chris Kilgallen, from Stephen Barr, from myself, Daniel Bowers, from Chris Bannerman, from Ben McLaughlin, from Mary Ann Orr, from Sabaris Ali, from Elizabeth McLaughlin, from Jamie Hare behind the camera, from
everybody else that isn't here today.
and
You've played week in, week out. How's it been?
It's been brilliant. As I say, I couldn't ask for any more, and I think the gaffer said that was his plan, and he stuck by that, so I've got to thank him and obviously everyone, all the boys, because we've done brilliantly, and nobody can take that away from us now.
In terms of today, how nice is it to sign off at home with a derby win?
Yeah, I think we didn't want to end the season sort of with a dip. We wanted to go out how we've played the whole year, and I think we did that. You know, nothing better than winning a derby, regardless of what's surrounding the game.
Obviously, you're under contract for another year at Hearts. Any ideas of what your future might hold?
Not at the moment. I've loved every minute here, but as you say, I've got a year left at Hearts, so I think it'll be probably up to them. But I'll go away, have a good summer, and see where I end up.
Liam, well done today.
Cheers, Jimbo. Cheers.
Before I was interrupted from the entire St Mirren TV scene, this has been St Mirren TV, brought to you by the University of the West of Scotland. We're on our way, we're back up to the Premiership, and we want to thank you for watching throughout the season, and we'll see you next year in the Ladbrokes Premiership. From everyone, enjoy the rest of the weekend, enjoy the party, goodbye.